VBB hot seat time. Today we are with Audrina Blackburn, where we get to know the real deal Holyfield of the people who are in our network. You know the deal. 5 questions, 3 personal, 2 professional. Audrina Blackburn, you are on the VBB hot seat. Welcome.
Hey, Joe. Happy to be here.
Let's get to know the real deal Audrina. All right, Audrina, what's something that's not on your LinkedIn profile, not on your resume, something that we do not know anything about?
Oh, that one's easy. I was a ballroom dancer for about 16 years. I started when I was 8 years old. I had a girlfriend in Georgia. She was a little Russian girl. The reason why I say Russian is because it's so prevalent in that culture to get into ballroom dancing. So she went to dance every single week. And one Saturday she took me and I fell in love with ballroom dancing. So my specialty was in Latin American, so cha-cha, samba, rumba, paso doble, and jive. And I competed in that. I competed in rhythm and I competed in standard. So pretty well versed in ballroom. Like I said, did it for about 16 years, had turned pro, was constantly training and all of that. And then I had a knee injury that took me out. And that kind of set me on a completely different path into, I guess, starting my career, really, because I thought it was going to be dance. And then that happened and it just kind of switched paths.
What's the scariest thing you've ever done in your life?
Skydiving. Yeah. So skydiving was really, really strange for me. So I was in Dubai. I jumped out over the palm, which was so cool. So I was over the ocean and flying down. And I was so nervous going into it. I was clipped on to the guy who was jumping with me. He was giant. He was like 6'7". I was like, thank goodness. If anything goes wrong, at least you're like a big man who can help me, hopefully. But I was so nervous. I was actually the first person to jump out of the plane. And the weirdest thing, as I went to jump, I had this like sense of calmness that kind of just washed over me. And I had so much fun. So I say scariest because it's like I was 13,000 feet in the air jumping out of an airplane. But as soon as I went to actually make the jump, it was the weirdest feeling to just feel like calm and happy and smiling. Like my video, I'm like blowing kisses and smiling the entire way down.
Audrina, if there's one brand in the world that resonates with you the most, what is that brand?
That one is so easy for me to answer. It's Nordstrom. And that is probably going to sound a little bit interesting. Well, I love fashion, first of all, I will say that. But second of all, Nordstrom cares so much about their customers. And that speaks so much to me because that is exactly how I feel about our clients at Summit Chasers. So I've been a customer of Nordstrom for probably, since I was earning money and could spend my own money on clothes. So for 17, 18 years. And I will never stop shopping there because they take such good care of people. Like I've returned stuff like a year later without tags that had a hole in it and they've taken it back without questions asked. I'm like, they just go so above and beyond for their customers. And like I said, with Summit Chasers, we do the exact same thing. And I think that's why I feel the most connected to them.
All right, so I want to pivot here a little bit in terms of business and also looking at, Summit Chasers. So, what are the core values of Summit Chasers and, how do they really influence how you operate and your decision making?
Sure. So we've got 4 core values at Summit Chasers. First and foremost, it is over deliver. So we truly put our clients above everything. And that is in every decision that we make. We want to go above and beyond for them and for their company to make sure that they're able to meet their goals and exceed their goals as they can. Our second core value is grow or die. That one sounds a little bit intense, but we truly believe that you never settle. So at Summit Chasers, we're constantly learning and developing and researching, and we want everybody within our org to be doing the same thing so that we can show up for our clients and over deliver. So those kind of feed into each other. We then have window mirror maturity, which is huge. We do believe that if something goes right, you look out the window to your team, you give them credit. And if something goes wrong, you look in the mirror at yourselves. So we are very big on having that self-awareness as a leader and as an owner to make sure that we give our team credit where it's due. And then we're the ones ultimately responsible if things don't actually go the way that they should have. And then lastly, we have adaptability. So it is so important for us to be adaptable with every single business that we're working with because we truly tailor our framework and method to suit the needs of the company that we're working with. So we have to remain adaptable.
What are some of the challenges, your clients have when they're seeking out, summit chasers, and really how do you address some of those issues or challenges that they do have?
Sure. So a lot of the times we're working with small to medium-sized companies, and a lot of times those business owners are feeling stuck. They're feeling frustrated, overwhelmed, burnt out because maybe they've hit a plateau. And a lot of times, which I'm sure you've seen, those business owners are like, what's the next best thing? What is the next program, the next strategy, the next tactic that I can take to help me break through this? But a lot of times what happens is the companies with those pain points don't actually have the foundation in place to support those strategies and tactics and all the shiny things. So that's really where Summit Chasers comes in. We have our own framework that we work with the business owners to help set their company up with the foundation that essentially scales itself. So we start actually with the business owner and work on some personal development. From there, we're going to unify their company and their team around a mission and vision. After that, we go through and we map out the path to help them achieve their mission. From there, we make a clock. So we're going to go through and make all of their processes scalable, repeatable, and as streamlined as possible. And then I think one of the most important is increasing their team's talent density. So we go through how to hire, retain, develop top talent and ensure that they have the right people in their company doing the right thing aligned with their mission. And that's really what makes a great company. So we really come in, put that foundation in place, and then from there, we'll focus on those strategies, those shiny new things to help them really scale their business.
Audrina Blackburn, you are off the VBB hot seat. Please show some love and comment below. Thanks, Audrina, and rock on.
Thank you.